Greetings, 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 everyone. How is everybody today for day 9 of our full moon ritual? Well, tonight is the full moon ritual. It is the full moon, and we're going to do a ritual around the full moon for the purpose of amplification of what our money goals, focuses, and manifestations, our desired manifestations are for our day 9 of the Manifesting Money Challenge. And so there are going to be 3 parts to our full moon ritual tonight as a part of the 11-day money manifesting challenge. And I want to try to keep them as simple as possible. There are 3 separate parts, and I don't want to overcomplicate this for anyone. So before we even start, here's my caveat to you. Ultimately, I want you to remember that the magic is you. Regardless of what the steps are and all the rituals and all of that stuff, okay, all the other junk, you are the alchemist. You are the magician. You are the magic. As we bring the elements of fire, water, air, earth, and ether, which is spirit, without the ether, the spell casting, if you want to use that word, the magic, the conjuring, whatever the words are that you want to use that facilitate your understanding of intentionally sending out energy into the universe. Without you, all of it would be moot. It would be a moot issue. So as I give you the parameters, just see them as guidelines. Don't see them that you have to follow it to the T. The important thing that I want you to remember is that your creativity reigns supreme. You're having fun with the spell, reigns supreme. And what's the word I'm looking for? Your ability to emotionally connect with your co-creative potential is also huge. So that's why you need to make the spell or the magic your own. Don't worry about following every single step, every single way, because this ritual we're doing tonight has 3 different parts, and I don't want it to feel complicated to you. As I am talking about the things I want you to say what makes sense to you, okay? Say what makes sense to you. You don't have to say it exactly the way I'm saying it. This is the way I'm saying it. I'm going to make sure I go back and add when I edit this video, because this video is going to have to be edited. It's kind of long, and because I don't want to leave out any steps, I want to make sure everybody gets it. I'm going to put in a little graphic that has the particular set of words. I probably will attach a document as well in case, for those of you that are very visual, that would like to see it in writing or have a visual reference, you can see it that well also. To me, the biggest thing is that as you're gathering your materials, that you're saying this little short chant, just to get yourself excited. You know, by the sun and the moon, I conjure these candles in order to manifest my boon. By the sun and the moon, okay? Sun is what gives life. We got light, we have darkness. As you are cleaning your candles, as you're clearing your environment, whether you're using sage or a clearing spray or incense. This is a great clearing spray, for example. And you can make something like this with water and essential oils. And you can put the essential oils in that appeal to you, that will actually literally clean your environment just as effectively as sage will. This stuff kills fleas. It kills everything. You want to, as we go through the different components, we're doing a release part. We're doing some candle magic, and we're doing a spiritual bath. When we get to the candle magic part, you want to clear your candles just like you would clear anything. Anything that you bring into your home or you bring around your space or in your energy, you want it to be clean. We forget that everything we buy from somewhere has somebody's psychic energy on it. Anything that somebody has touched, when someone gives you a piece of jewelry that belongs to them, or you buy something from Goodwill, you need to clean that. It is full of somebody else's psychic energy. So we use all manner of ways, including intention, to clear something. I use Reiki energy, but that's no different than you using intention. You can use clearing sprays. You can use sage, you can use incense, you can use smoke, you can use salt water, you can use salt, you can bury things under the earth, you can charge them in the sun, you can charge them in the moon. All of these different things or methods help to clear things. That's the important thing. The other thing that I want to say to you about this magic or this ritual or this spell casting or this conjuring, I want to say this going in. We associate those words with how we were programmed to perceive what those words meant. And usually they didn't mean anything positive. Usually it connoted something demonic or something evil. I will say this and I'll say it again and again and again and again. Do not allow semantics or words that people use to separate you from your co-creative ability to empower your life in whatever way you choose. It's what you think about the word that defines what the word means to you and defines the energy that you draw to yourself. Anything can be misused. People misuse their intentions. They misuse the word of God. They misuse holy books. They misuse the internet. They misuse books. They misuse everything for things that are not of the highest intentions. We have the ability as human beings to use our free will for the good or for the not so good. So keep that in mind. It's your intention and it's your sincerity of purpose. You can bring to intention and fruition anything that you set your mind onto. That's why it is important to know and have clarity going in what it is you're trying to accomplish. You want it to only involve yourself. Never involve other people in what it is you're trying to manifest when you're doing spiritual work. I think it's a violation. And I believe that there is some sort of trial and tribulation that can befall someone as a result of spiritual abuse. So it's very, very important that you go into things with a clear intention, and that you seek to bring only those things to you that are for the highest good. So I say all of that to say really that prayer is when we ask for something, right? Magic is sort of when we dramatize or we dramatize what we're asking for. But magic is more about invoking and evoking. It's when we bring our belief as co-creators who can use our free will to manifest things in our reality. We bring that into the equation. It is as if we know that we have a particular power. The other thing that I want to say to you is that you are using your magic every single day. You're a magical being. It's just that simple. You create things all day long, but we are often creating unconsciously. What magic allows you to do is to create consciously, to take charge of the energy and the space and the time and your resources that you're misusing now, to focus your intention on something, to give that thing that you're trying to create more power. That is what this is about. So people set up sacred spaces. I'm at the job right now. I had to wait so late for this. I've been here for a few hours, but the people who have a church next door were there and they make a lot of noise. They make a lot of noise. They're banging and got drums and all of that, so I had to wait. So I decided to do some other homework. But if you have an altar, some of you have created altars, you may want to do your ritual work at your altar this evening. All right? Some of you may want to do it outside. I did my last new moon ritual that was so powerful. I did that outside. I wanted to literally be under the moon, but the cosmic energies are all around you, so you don't have to be outside. You could do it at your altar, and you can manifest there. And then when you move to your spiritual bath, you may want to take some of your candles and bring them into the spiritual bath for meditation. Be creative. You can do this any way you want. I'm telling you how I'm going to do it, and I'm giving you some suggestions about some things that you definitely want to include. Now, when we do the release part, there was a video that was put up yesterday, not a video, an image with some text to have you to go into your journal and to begin to write down some things that you really, 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 really want to release. That's the first part of the ritual. For that, you are going to go outside and you are going to do that part, okay? Now, that part just includes you taking those sheets of paper from your journal, that embodied the energy of all of the stuff you wanted to release, all of the things that have been sources of sadness, that have been things that have made your energy heavy. They could have been hardships. They may be people you haven't let go of. It could be hurt. It could be trauma. It could be any number of things. You may have thought that you released some of that stuff and it's still in your energy field. So what this is about is taking those things that you wrote down on paper. Remember, whenever we write things down, we actually energize them. We take them out of here, which can help be a way of releasing. We communicate them by writing them down, and now we're going to release them by burning them. So if you have a little cauldron or a cast iron pot or a regular pot or a porcelain dish, anything you want, take that paper, you can roll it up, you can ball it up, you can just hold it up like this, and just set it on fire and just watch it burn. Make sure it burns though. If the flame goes out, relight it. You're outside, you're under the moon, but remember, again, intention. Everything that you do related to this ritual requires intention. When you go outside, you are saying to yourself, under the full moon, I am releasing those things that have been heaviest in my heart. Say whatever you want. It's not important. The intention is that you take a few moments to center yourself. And in centering yourself, you remember that when the moon is at its peak, it then begins to wane and get smaller over the next 14 days, right? That's why we're doing this while the moon is at its peak. Because as it gets smaller, it's taking those intentions and that which you sent out into the cosmos, and it's reducing it and it's minimizing it, okay? And it's causing it to eventually disappear. This is mental, this is emotional, this is psychological, this is about your belief and your intention. It just puts a ritual around something you want to let go of. Now, you'll find that there are things that you will need to release with multiple moons because they're still in your energy. So next moon cycle, you may have some of these same things that you still feel are holding you back and you want to release them again. Tomorrow, which is Monday, is still the high energy of the full moon. We'll be at maybe 98, 96%, something like that. It's still a perfect time if you want to go out again and release the same things again and burn them again. All right. So you are releasing it and you're allowing that energy to take it away. So as it burns up, you're visualizing yourself being cleansed of all of the heaviness that is associated with whatever it is that's been weighing you down. Remember to include those things that reflect your thoughts, the things that you may be thinking, the way that you may be talking to yourself, all of the negativity within. Remember to include some of that. You don't just want to have everything outside of yourself on there. You want to take responsibility for your part in it, because you may need to release your negative beliefs about manifesting the man of your dreams. You want to release the fears about being in that happy relationship and being able to trust. Whatever it is, release it, burn it, let it go. Feel the energy of the cosmos, taking it out as you see the smoke. Okay, the beauty of fire and including it as an element in any of your rituals is that fire is very powerful. It burns, it takes over, it transmutes, it energizes, okay? Fire consumes all of the air and all of the energy around it. It pulls that into it. It burns, okay, or it ignites, and then it releases something else that is totally new. That is your intention out into the cosmos to mingle and play with all of the other elementals and cosmic energies. So that's really important. Now, the next part is the part that is going to relate to the actual candle magic. All right, this is where you're going to clean or charge your candles. You brought them in from the outside. Everybody was touching them at the store. You want to get as many competing energies and germs off of them as you can. So you're going to charge them. You can charge them with your intention. Okay, I now cleanse my candles. The black candle, if you're doing this type of thing here, because we are releasing and letting go, you want to just go from the bottom up. This is all mental, okay? You're going from the bottom up. If you're using, let's say you had some clearing spray or some essential oils and you were cleansing them with that, okay? Let's say you were using a flame and some sage. You're burning sage, you're burning cinnamon to clean the environment. Then remember, as the smoke goes up, this is for the black candle, because we are releasing with our black candle any and all things that are no longer serving us. With the other candles, we are trying to draw things to us. So symbolically, you're going from top to bottom in your cleansing ritual, however it is you want to do that, okay? You can cleanse with a lot of things. I'm just talking about intentionally clearing this, okay? All right, by the sun and the moon, I conjured these candles to help me manifest my boon, okay? You're doing all of this with intention, meaning you're not making a move without stating in your mind what the purpose of that move is for and what it is you're doing. So you're cleaning your candles first. Now, clearly, as you're cleaning your candles, you're cleaning your environment. Some of you may have done this earlier. If you didn't, now is a good time to do it. Burn your sage. You can burn your cinnamon. Burn your sage first to clear the environment. If you're using a clearing mist, use that. Clearly, don't use anything like Lysol. Everything needs to be of natural elementals. So you're burning your sage. For those of you who have cinnamon sticks are highly antibacterial, as well as they are known for having the vibration that manifests certain blessings into your life. Keep in mind too, when we're working with these herbs, whether it's cinnamon or the rosemary, the basil, the thyme, whatever it is, keep in mind that everything in this universe is energy, down to sounds, okay? This particular sound, no different than some of the herbs that are attuned to this same frequency that would help you energize love, the love frequency in your life, have a certain vibration. Colors have a certain vibration. This particular frequency also has the same vibration as this color, which also has the same vibration of certain herbs and elementals and essential oils like rose that help to raise the vibration and keep you in a love frequency. So the reason why I say that is this: it's important to realize that everything is connected. And just because we use everything at the physical level does not mean that it does not have a spiritual or energetic extrapolation or some other indirect implication that thing can be used for. Take, for example, when you do a cleansing and you cleanse your digestive tract, you're using herbs that detox, right? Literally, those herbs are detoxing the physical debris within your colon, but as well, those same herbs spiritually detoxify and help you to purify. They spiritually purify. So we don't think of it like that. So if someone says to you, oh yeah, go get you some cascara sagrada for spiritual purification and help clear your negative energy, you might be thinking, what the hell is cascara sagrada going to help me clear my negative energy? What is she talking about? Is she a crackpot? But you forget that everything in the physical world has an extrapolation in the unseen realm. And so all this magic, that's all that this is about, is understanding the spiritual application of the things that we do in our physical world every day. This is how you balance the view that people will have when they come to you with ignorance and they want to misunderstand what it is that you're doing without recognizing that they are doing these things every single day. We know when we yell and we shout at people, we are sending negative energy to them. We don't see it that way, but when you yell and you shout and you backbite and you gossip, you are sending a negative spell somebody's way that actually can hit them and result in them feeling ill, sick, stressed out, emotionally in a state of despair. So I'm just bringing that out just so that I don't forget to trying to help blend this stuff. Okay, so that we understand what it is that we're doing and we have a clear conscience about this. Because anything that you approach, it's important that you feel clear, you feel good about it, and that you can believe in it. All right, that is really, really what is critical. So you're clearing your candles. Now, the green and the red candles are being used for our abundance and money. The green and the red. Green literally the same color as money. Green also related to the things that we love. Red related to passion, manifestation, the root chakra. So we're using green and red together. The black is being used for release. The white is being used to bring those things to us that are for our highest good. It's as if we're saying we're open to receive all things that are for our highest good. So the white candles are always about purity, okay, and bringing things to us that we want to have in our lives. The black candles are very powerful. The color black is the most powerful of all in terms of magical work that you're doing. And in general, in life, everything germinates in the darkness. Okay, black does not represent evil any more than this represents only purity. But black is extremely powerful. It is in the moonlight that we actually begin to really see what really exists in the cosmos. In the daytime, we are obscured by the illusion and the distractions of the way that things appear. But it is at night that things become alive. So our greatest power happens in the darkness, which is why you want to be doing these rituals, you know, tonight when it's dark as well. But that's not really a related concept. But I'm just trying to say that to help you to understand that on all of our candles, okay, we are going to use the power of inscription. So on all of our candles, and they should be new candles, so they should be up here. All right, you're going to write in the candle what it is you are focusing on. So for the red and the green candles, what you're going to write in there is you're going to write your name at the top of the candle, just inscribe it very small, and you're going to write what it is you're trying to manifest. Now keep in mind, the more focused and the simpler, the better. You don't want to list a whole bunch of stuff. List the one thing that you're concerned about manifesting. If it's the Victorian home that's got 5 columns in front, that's the carpenter's architect, then carpenter's architect, Victorian porch. That's too much. My dream home. And you're visualizing it as you're writing it, what it looks like. If it's your $1,327 for your rent or your mortgage, then you write your $ and you write your $1,327 mortgage. Keep it simple. You're writing that, the same thing on the red and the green candle. For the white candle, all we are writing on here is your name and open to receive. Okay? Open to receive. And as you're writing that, remember, you are remembering that you are manifesting only those things that are for your highest intention, okay? And then for your black candle, you've already done your release outside. Anyway, you burned everything, and now you're getting ready to do phase 2, which we're charging the candles. We're doing the candle magic. We're cleaning the environment with the sage and all that. Then we're coming back through. We're doing the incense. We're lighting our frankincense and myrrh and cinnamon, and we're bringing back the abundance and the high vibrational energy. After we've cleared out the lower toxins, we're recalibrating by bringing in the good. So the same is with the black candle. You've already done your clearing. So now you're taking the black candle and you want to list the top 3 things that you really feel are, or the top 1, 2, or 3 things that you know you really have to release. It may be a person that's dragging 90% of your energy down. And that's the main thing that's accounting for how you feel each and every day. Then maybe on your black candle where you write your name on there. No, you're not writing your name on there. I'm sorry. You're writing that person's name. You're inscribing their name on the candle, and you're writing release. Release, anywhere in here, the word release, and then you're writing that name of that person or whatever it is you want to release on the black candle. Even though we did the release outside, you're writing that one thing or that 2 or 3 things that are bigger to you than all the other things you put down there. It should be something on the first list, but it's going to be the part that you're going to focus on, okay? And you're writing that on your black candle. Now, all of these candles ideally will be burning for the ritual in the same place. The black candle, eventually you're going to take that out away from all of the things that you're trying to manifest. That's your release candle. By the way, so that I don't forget, if you don't have a black, you inscribe what you wanted on here. If you don't have a permanent marker, because you can also go back and write it on the actual candle. All right. The same thing goes for the green and the red candle. You can actually go back and write. You inscribed it here, but you can also write it with a permanent marker here for extra emphasis. If you don't have a permanent marker, just write it on a little piece of paper. And after you write it, take the piece of paper that has the words on it and tape it to the outside. Just take that little piece of paper, cut it, take the little piece of paper that has whatever it is that you are releasing or whatever it is, and just tape it to the inside. All right. All right. That's in addition to this inscription that you have written on the inside of the candle. That's optional. You don't have to do that. It just gives extra energy. You're putting all of your energy into this, and so that's all you're doing. It's like a bonus. Those candles will remain on your altar, or maybe you'll take them in when you get ready to do your spiritual bath. The black candle of what you are trying to release, whatever I'm trying to release, I don't want to look at that every day. I don't want to face that every day. So I always take my black candles and I place them somewhere else. I may put it in the garage in a place where I'm not looking at it, and it's not going to be, no one else will be feasting their eyes on it, and it's not getting in the way. It could be down in the corner somewhere. It could be in a room somewhere, but I tend to like it away from my environment. And I let it continue to burn until it burns totally out, which with a candle like this is usually anywhere from 5 to 7 days, sometimes longer. So you want it to be in a safe place. You could put it outside if you were not in an area where there was a lot of wind or there was a threat of fire. But since that can be an issue unless you have a particular candle holder that you can sit it on outside, but that part is strictly up to you. It's all mental, okay, guys? The all is mental, the all is mind. So that part is up to you. I'm trying to hope that I don't leave anything out. We know with the red and green candles that the number 8 is associated with abundance. People who are life path 8s, or you always know those people. When you see people with life path 8s, they're always, one of their preoccupations is the pursuit of prosperity and wealth creation. I happen to be a life path 8. So anybody that's a life path 8, if you're not sure what your life path number is, just add up all the numbers in your birthday and the year. So I'm September the 17th, 1971. So if you add up all those numbers and you reduce them all down, you'll arrive at the number 8. That's how you know what your life path is. And life paths really are kind of interesting for people who study numerology, because they do in fact have some sort of when you look at what your life path is, it can help you to understand some aspects of yourself. Okay, as you get ready to, by the sun and the moon, I conjure my candles in order to manifest my boom. You're saying that as you're doing this stuff with the candles. By the sun and the moon, I conjure my candles in order to manifest my boom. Any derivative of that. It's just the fun part, okay? And whatever it is you wrote in here that you want, okay, $1,327. Say it 8 times. Life path 8. Say it 8 times. 8 is the number of prosperity and abundance. Okay, $1,327. $1,327. You're speaking this into existence. $1,327. $1,327. $1,327. You're doing this ritual. What I want you to do also, this is the visual part. As you're standing over your altar, or if you're outside, you got a table, wherever it is you're doing your ritual, I want you to say, I summon to myself the power of the universe to which I am entitled to as a divine creator being. Okay? And you're going to be standing in victory pose. We talked about the energy of posture and the body's ancient intelligence. Okay? So you're standing in victory pose, and you're saying, I summon to myself the energy of the universe to which I am entitled to as a divine creator being. Or something like that, okay? I summon to myself the, power of the universe to which I'm entitled to as a divine creator being. And feel yourself summoning that energy. Your eyes are closed and you're feeling it, okay? You're standing over your altar, or maybe you're out under the moon and you have your candles out on the table. It's up to you. But feel yourself bringing in that energy, okay? Feel yourself bringing that in. I summon the power of the universe, which I am entitled to as a divine creator being. All right? And you're feeling yourself summoning that power. And then you're going to say, and you can, any derivative of this, just get the 2080. I call on the universal power and might within me to cast my intentions out into the universe with gratitude. So you've summoned in this power. Now you're saying, I call on the universal power and the might within me to cast my intentions out into the universe with gratitude. Okay? Gratitude because we're thankful. Gratitude because we know that we are creating and we're accepting that it will be. We are claiming this, okay? I call on the universal power and might within me to cast my intentions out into the universe with gratitude. And as you're casting your intentions, as you've pulled in the energy of the universal power that you're entitled to as a divine creator being, now you have this power. It's within you, and now you're mustering everything within you, all of the universal power within you and all of your might, and you're casting back out into the universe. You're visualizing what it is in financial terms or abundance terms that you are sending back out there as your wish, as your prayer, as your asking, as your petition, okay? I call on God or source energy to anoint my intentions with the gift of actualization. Okay? I call on God, or however it is that you conceptualize about that. I call on God. I call on source. I call on the supreme consciousness. I call on the divine. I call on God to anoint my intentions with the gift of actualization as I put into action the laws of nature. You can shorten that. I call on God to anoint my intentions with the gift of promise, with the gift of actualization, whatever it is you choose to say. I call on God to anoint my intentions with the gift of actualization as I put into action the laws of nature. Conspire to bring my desires to manifestation as my will is done. Let it be so. You can have this written down on a piece of paper. You can read it, but try to say it with might. Then you're going to meditate, you're going to center yourself, and you're going to see yourself achieving whatever your focus is. Okay? So you've brought the power to you by summoning the power of the universe to you as you're entitled to as a divine creator being. All right? You're saying that other invocation. I call on the universal power and all the might within me to cast my intentions out into the universe. Okay, and as you're saying that, you're taking your power, your intention, your focus, and you're casting it out there into the cosmos so that you can bring back whatever it is you're trying to bring back, or you can open yourself to receive whatever it is you're trying to open yourself to receive. And you're visualizing you almost as if you had a magic wand. Okay, that's really what that is. It's like you're commanding something into existence. Okay. And then, conspire to bring this into manifestation. Let it be so. Amen. Whatever it is you decide to say. And then you take a few moments, you meditate, you center, and you connect with that magic. Okay? And just so that I don't forget, some of you may have gotten the optional herbs. If you got the rosemary, basil, thyme, whatever it is you got, and those are considered abundance herbs. Okay, remember these herbs and everything in the universe are connected with other elementals, other colors, other energies, other aspects of creation. And so all they do is further empower. So if you have the dried ones, put a few of the dried ones, bits of each, in your red and your green candle. If you happen to have bought the actual live herbs, you'll use those in your spiritual bath, okay? Don't put the live ones in the candle, but you can sprinkle the herbs inside the candle. The rosemary, the basil, and the thyme, or just the rosemary, just the basil, or the thyme, or none of them if you don't have them, all right? Just sprinkle them down there. Once you've lit the candles and they start to burn, then you can just put it in there. Don't, just let's keep it simple. And then you let that part go. The last part of our ritual has to do with the spiritual bath, okay? The key to the spiritual bath, and we'll talk more in depth about this later on, the key to the spiritual bath is to have your environment cleaned, meaning, the energy should be clear. When you did your sage or your altar, you could also sage down the bathroom area. You want to make sure things are straight. All lower energies need to be out. Any dirt, any dirty clothes, just get the stuff out of there. You want it to be clean. You want the bath to be clean. You want to have already cleaned yourself in the shower. The bath is not for the purpose of cleaning our body. It's for the purpose of accomplishing a spiritual goal. So you want to already be clean. But when you begin to run the water, you're setting the intention. We are charging every aspect of our ritual. So that water that you had, that healing water or that alkaline water, whatever it is, you're charging that with intention and you're pouring that in the bath along with the water that's coming out of the spigot. Now, for those of you who have the same water, if you had special water that you got from the materials that I gave you a list to get from the very beginning, you can have that on your altar. because as you're charging and you're doing your magical work, the water is picking up the frequency. Okay, because after you finish the meditation, before you go to your spiritual bath, you have the option of drinking that water that has been charged. Or you can take that same water and use it in your bath. It's up to you. But keep in mind, it is a scientific principle. You can look up Dr. Emoto Matsuru, who many years ago did research on water. Water's frequency. Water is easiest at holding a frequency. It picks up the frequency of the energies around it very, very quickly. And so when you charge your water with an intention, the water holds that frequency. Back then they had discovered at least 12 hours. Water has a capacity to hold that particular frequency. So what that means is all throughout the day as you're drinking water, if you charge that water with positive intention before you drink it, you can instantaneously shift the vibration of that water and you raise the level of the water. Literally, they've taken sewer water and changed the molecular structure to where it looked more hexagonal in shape and more like snowflakes. They've written across a bottle of water, "I hate you," and then they've taken another bottle of water and said, "Thank you, healing water," across the bottom, and they've seen the difference in the way the water looks at a microscopic level. So with the water, like I said, use it on your altar at the end of your ritual. When you do your candle magic, drink it. Okay, be thankful, have gratitude, or use it to energize your spiritual bath as you mix in the other water. As you put the Epsom salt in, 3 cups of Epsom salt, 1 cup of Himalayan salt, 3-to-1 ratio. As you put that in, you're doing everything intentionally. Everything intentionally. So as you put the salt in, the salt is for release. We're doing the release ritual. Remember, it's the full moon release. I'm releasing all those things that no longer serve me. I'm releasing Rakim from my life. I'm releasing the trials and tribulations of the people that I'm living with who are making me miserable. I'm releasing all of my fears of being wealth and being abundant. I'm releasing whatever it is you are releasing. You're putting that into the water. Put your essential oils in if you use essential oils. Add anything else to that environment. I don't want to make this video long. It's been long enough. I don't want to get into the specifics of a spiritual bath because your intention is what is most important. Put your bubble bath in. Bring your incense in. Anything else that makes you feel good. Your crystals. Hopefully you had your crystals with you. If you were working with your altar, your crystals, anything that you use when you're doing the candle magic that is in the space of the candle magic, whether it is the water that is in a nice clean charged glass or a nice wine glass, whatever it is you want to put it in, your crystals, anything is picking up that vibration. You're charging everything in that immediate environment. Maybe for you guys, like when I'm working on certain stuff, like I may pull a card from my oracle deck that I'm working with, a particular one, and I may be, what do I need to know most as I'm trying to manifest my abundance? That might be my question. And whatever the card is that comes up, be peace. Okay? Say for example, this was the card. Then I would put this around my bathtub. I'd find some way to prop it up, and I would have this in the bath with me so that I'm meditating on what this actually means. Maybe I'm somebody that stirs up a lot of drama. Okay, I don't have any peace, and that's why my frequency is always jacked up. Maybe I need to look at peace that way. Maybe peace means I need to meditate more. So whatever the energy is of the oracle card, if you have oracle cards, you can bring those into the bath with you. Some of you may like to journal. They have these beautiful trays. Some people may even already have these that you can put across the bath for people who do spiritual baths. They light additional candles. They write on the journal. They have a glass of wine. They have their flowers. All things that make you feel beautiful. All things that make you feel inspired. Everything that is about you, that raises your vibration, that you want to have in your life, that you want to energize. And remember, you're releasing anything when you put the salt in that you no longer want to be with you. You can have your black candle in there with you as well, because it's not until later after all of your ritual work that you will determine where you want that to be. All of your candles, I plan on allowing all of my candles to continuously burn for the next several days until they burn out on my the area where I do my work, my prosperity corner, which some people can call an altar. You can call it anything you want. It's up to you. But remember, you can also blow it out after your ritual, and you can relight it again each day with that same intention The idea is what you focus on expands. So anytime you pass that altar or you pass that area or you think about that ritual, you're energizing it. That is the most important thing. I want y'all to have tons and tons and tons of fun with your rituals. Have a lot of fun with this full moon ritual. I'm going to try to still do a full moon reading for the channel and put that up sometime today, which will have some of the things that we need to release. You can listen to that or you don't have to. It may or may not apply because that's more or less for the collective. But have fun with the ritual. Remember, the focus is on releasing that which is heavy. We're also doing a manifestation ritual, which would be even better if we were doing it with the new moon, because we're talking about the things, the seeds that we want to plant and the things we want to bring into our life, which is usually more aligned with the new moon, but we're taking advantage of the ability to amplify everything because the moon is at its height. So the most important thing is to have fun. First part, release, go outside, like those things you put in your journal yesterday, let them go into the cosmos. Take the ashes, save them, bury them, get rid of them, do whatever you want to do with them. Next part, candle magic. Put everything you need for your candle magic, your herbs you're going to put in there, your glass of water if you're going to energize that, any of your crystals, okay? You say that little saying that I said, what was it? The sun and the moon, the sun by day, moon by night. I conjure up these candles to manifest my might. You can change it. It can be anything you want. The point is that you're having fun and you're literally feeling like the magician. You're feeling magical and you realize that you actually are the magician. After you do the release work and you say those little things that you can modify, and you have inscribed your candles, you did all the things you needed to do, cleaning your environment and all that good stuff, you sit, you meditate with that energy, or you stand and you meditate, you just go within for a moment as you visualize all of this magic happening, as you pulled in the forces of the universe, and then as you took those forces and the might within you and cast your intentions out so that they could ripple throughout the cosmos and bring back to you whatever it is you asked for. Then remember, you're saying, so let it be so, or you're saying, let it be so. You're accepting that it has already happened and that you have taken the focus of your intentions and that you've brought something into fruition, which you already have in the ethers, but it has to travel down to reach us in the third dimensional reality. And then after you do that, you come in, you do your spiritual bath. Now, the other thing I forgot to mention with the spiritual bath is that you can also put your money in it. Okay, that's what I plan to do. You can take your coins and you can put some coins in there, but remember, set your intention, charge the energy, clean the energy of anything that you're putting in the bath. Take a few of your bills. The worst that happens is they get wet. You place them on the dresser with a towel, they dry off. Put your money in there on top of the bubbles. And as you sit in your bath and you meditate and you show gratitude for all the wonderful things that you are, all the wonderful things that you're manifesting, all the beauty that is around you, the beauty of the moon, the beauty of the fact that you have a bathtub that you can actually be in, the beauty of the fact that you have candles that you can use to empower your manifestations, whatever it is. You're showing gratitude and you're feeling abundant and you're using that time to reflect. You're not in that tub thinking about anything that is going to drag you down. All you are focusing your intentions on is a state of inner calm, meditation, peace, high frequency, and love vibration, because you are bringing into your reality all of those things that you want to manifest. You guys have tons and tons and tons of fun. I don't really want to interfere with this tonight with the weekly energy reading. I probably will do it. I'll do it anyway, but I'll post it first thing in the morning. I'll make sure that it's up, scheduled for post by 6 a.m. for you. That way you have it, but it doesn't interfere with whatever it is that you're doing as a part of the ritual, because we never know what the energy is going to be for those readings, and I don't want to give you something else to think about outside of focusing your intentions on your ritual. So I'm sending y'all much love, much gratitude, so much love, so much gratitude. Have fun with the ritual. And I will put the download there because you may need to see a few of the other things in writing that I talked about so that you don't miss them.